the Green Bay Packers, the youngest team in the NFL, made it to the playoffs as the 3 seed in the NFC. And they ended up facing off against a Dallas Cowboys team that many people had as one of the top teams in the entire NFL, not just the NFC. This Packers team went into Dallas and dropped 40 on him with a quarterback in his first year as a starter, with a multitude of young wide receivers. And yes, their run game really helped, but I want to look at this passing attack from an all-22 perspective and see what they did that gave Dallas so much trouble in this matchup. This is a 3rd and 9 in the Packers' second offensive drive of the game. Dallas has been in the playoffs multiple times. Dan Quinn has been in the playoffs multiple times. McCarthy has been in the playoffs multiple times. Jordan Love, this is his first game as a starter in the playoffs. A 3rd and 9 early in a game, deep in his own territory. This is a big moment for him, a big moment for his career. He steps up and shows us something really, really impressive on this one. They're in quads left, an empty formation with a tight end on the right side of the field. And we're going to see A.J. Dillon kind of do a block and release, and then he's going to go out on kind of just a check down route. He's going to run a drag here. Kraft is going to stay in pass pro, help give Jordan Love some time to get this ball off. And Love is likely just going to be seeing these 3 routes. They got Jaden Reed, they got Romeo Doubs. You got to hit one of those 2 playmakers on this one. They're going to make this receiver right here run a flag route to kind of just take the soon-to-be high safety. By the way, the Cowboys, they're going to have this guy playing the flat. They're going to have this guy playing that deep third or maybe even the deep half. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's go with the deep half just because that seems a little bit more accurate. He is going to go into the other deep half. Micah Parsons is going to drop into the middle zone area of the field. Gilmore is going to be man-to-man with Jaden Reed, and this player is going to have the flats. So, back to the offensive play. Just now that you see the coverage, I want to go through why it works so well here. They're going to have Romeo Doubs run a deep in route, a very long developing play here. They have a lot of faith in these blockers right here, and it shows because you're going to see just how deep these routes end up going. And then Jaden Reed is going to run a similar route to Romeo Doubs, but he's going to try and clear more players out of the way as he runs a post route here. Okay, so once the angle expands, so I'm going to let the play run a little bit just so we could see more of the field. Okay, cool. So now this flag route right here is going to take number 2 far out of the play. Doubs is going to run an in route under that, and Jaden Reed is going to take 28 and 21, Stephon Gilmore, out of the play by running that post route. The idea, or what ends up happening, at least, I don't know if this is exactly what was supposed to happen here, but what ends up happening is Love hits Romeo Doubs around that hash mark, above Micah Parsons' zone, behind his back, but in front of the deep half defender and the defender man-to-man with Jaden Reed. It's a really nice looking route combination, but the main reason I want to show you this play is Jordan Love's pocket presence, because it's really strange, and it's part of the reason people compare him to Aaron Rodgers. Not just because he's a Green Bay quarterback, but because the way he plays is very Aaron Rodgers-esque. A lot of quarterbacks would stay in the pocket right here because this is a relatively clean pocket. Maybe you move a little bit this way just to kind of get away from this defender right here. The defender has leverage towards this side, so you want to step a little bit away from that. But most quarterbacks wouldn't roll out all the way over here. They wouldn't. It's not the mature quarterback thing to do. But Love isn't just trying to get a little bit of extra time. He's trying to get a lot of extra time. And in order to do that, he's going to stop here when he notices the defender continuing to pursue him. He's going to step back in, replant his feet, and go for the big shot all the way over here. Again, long developing route. Long developing route. He isn't going to try and hit him over here. No. He wants to wait all the way until he gets over here so he can maximize the yards after the catch. And it works here. It does. This isn't a great habit for Jordan Love. It has worked really well, though. So I'm not going to recommend they get rid of it. Because, like I said, it's been a key part of his game. It's very Aaron Rodgers-esque. Aaron Rodgers wouldn't stay in the pocket here either. He wouldn't slightly move to the left and then take the throw right here, because you get the throw, but you're really relying on your receiver to make a big play, catch through contact. It's a difficult catch. Love it makes it easier on his quarterback at the expense of himself, because watch what happens when Jordan Love does end up releasing this ball. After risking getting sacked, after taking an extra step back, Dobbs still isn't where Jordan Love wants him to be. So, he keeps waiting. He holds tight in that pocket until he ends up getting a big hit right here. He gets laid out right here. I mean, you could see it. He is getting flattened as he throws this ball. But look at all the green grass. He made that a really easy play for his receiver at the expense of himself. And that's a selfless player that is willing to go the extra mile and make his players' jobs that much easier. Now, a big reason that this passing game is so dynamic is because of the play design. And I have a couple other examples of that. But I think there is no better testament to a team's play design than their ability to design pass plays in the red zone, right? There is nothing that proves more to me than your ability, or a team's ability, to design passing plays inside the 20. And this play right here is no exception to that. LaFleur does a great job designing plays, and this is one of my favorite designs that they pulled out all game. The reason I normally don't like screens inside the 25 is because this defender would normally be an extra 5 yards back, or, this defender would be playing another couple yards back, or the point is players are playing tighter to the line of scrimmage because there's less space for you to spread them out vertically, right? There's just less space behind the defense, and that makes it a lot more difficult to spread a defense out, which also means that it's going to be easier for a defensive back to make a play on a screen pass. So if this guy was behind the 10-yard line, if he was further back, he's going to struggle more to make a play on a ball that's caught over here than he would if he's already right here, right? I mean, that's simple. But the Packers do a very good job designing this to get blockers out in front. They're going to throw a screen pass to Aaron Jones here, right? And it's not just going to be, oh, whoops, there you go. Like, no, that's not what's going to happen. They are going to get Aaron Jones in a comfortable position behind these blockers before he gets the ball. And he's also not going to give away that it's a screen pass until the ball is already thrown. They're going to start this play off by making it look like cross formation motion, potentially a jet sweep, or a fake jet sweep, or just something involving Aaron Jones going across the formation. And that makes these defenders in the box possibly want to shift over. Or at least they start to think about shifting over. So I'm just going to let the play run a little bit. You know, they're doing that pre-snap motion. Boom. Ball is snapped. And they're kind of trying to see if they could bait the defense into shifting over a little bit. They didn't force the defense to shift. But that's still fine. The point is, this linebacker isn't running straight there. He took a quick step. If I rewind the play, he took a quick step. Very small, but it's a game of inches. Every little inch matters. 33 took a quick step towards this side of the field because of the possibility of Aaron Jones getting the ball going across. Or at least he would have to cover him if he was running a route. So the defender took that quick step, and that little moment of hesitation that 33 had kind of takes him out of this play. And now Aaron Jones is in a position where this is just like running behind an offensive line. Yeah, you don't have 5 big, huge 300-pounders in front of you right now. But you have 3 blockers on 3 defenders. You can ignore 33 because he's not going to be able to make that play because of that moment of hesitation. He's out of the play. So now Aaron Jones is going to catch this ball, read his blocks, make a little bit of magic happen if he needs to, and then boom, just runs right around. You'll see it as it plays out, right? I mean, look, very simple. Little bit of hesitation, read the blocks. Still, 33 isn't going to be able to make the play, and he ends up deciding, yeah, I see where I have the most space. Let me just take it towards the sideline. Whoop-de-doo. And he ends up with a pretty large gain inside the red zone. Those 15 yards that he gained right there, that's a big difference maker when you're that deep in opposing territory. This is another great play design by LaFleur. They're going to have number 6 in the flats. They're going to have number 26 go into the middle third. They're going to have this defender also go into his third of the field. And then they're going to have these 2 responsible for the middle area in between the hashes. And then they're going to play man-to-man on the field side. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. But the problem is LaFleur likes to use his motion a lot. And Jaden Reed motioning across the formation, you're going to force someone to switch from zone coverage to man. And on this play, it's going to be number 33 switching. So we're going to watch Jaden Reed run across the formation. And here comes 33, getting ready to play man-to-man on Jaden Reed. That's a mismatch, by the way. This is a great job by LaFleur to force a mismatch. But that's not even what ends up getting exploited here. What ends up getting exploited is the fact that they only have one player play in that middle zone, which forces this defender right here to really have to worry about the inside. He doesn't have the help to his inside that he really expected on this one, and that gives Romeo Doubs a lot to work with here. So Stephon Gilmore is going to be taken out of the play because Bo Melton is going to sell vertical. He's just going to run straight. Jaden Reed is also going to take his defender out of the play, number 33, because he is also going to run straight. He's going to sell vertical. And that makes a lot of room for Romeo Doubs to make a little bit of a move. He's going to run a flag route here. He's going to run a corner behind Melton and behind Jaden Reed. He's going to have a lot of green grass if he gets open here, but that's really what it comes down to. Can he get open? Like I said, the corner doesn't have the help that he was expecting when the play first got called. So because of that, Romeo Doubs is able to threaten him a lot more with some inside footwork, like he's doing right here. And he gets worried about that. He ends up just lagging behind for too long. Now he's behind Romeo Doubs. And there's the inside footwork again. You're not going to be able to make a play as a cornerback if you're looking like that at any point in the play. You just got to hope that the quarterback doesn't see you. But Love, he sees him. He sees him. So now we're going to watch Romeo Doubs run right there, wide open. Nothing but green grass in front of him. Jordan Love's going to hit him. And there we go. Green grass, run. Great play right there. Not only was Romeo Doubs able to make that catch, he was able to get so much yardage after because of the receivers in front of him selling vertical. See, this play right here is beautiful to me. The Packers have so much confidence in Jordan Love's ability to make a throw with pressure in his face that they're able to fake a jailbreak screen, meaning that they make the offensive lineman go out into open space to block for a receiver that isn't even going to get the ball. Which also means that you're going to have defensive linemen getting in free, and not just like edge rushers. You're getting big 300-pound interior defensive linemen, like number 95, getting in Jordan Love's face, and you're asking him to make a throw. That right there, that's difficult, because the throw that Love is going to try and make isn't going to be the usual pass behind the line of scrimmage that you would normally see on a jailbreak screen. It is going to be a pass to a tight end super far down the field. That is really difficult for a quarterback to do, but LaFleur has the confidence in Jordan Love to allow him to try and do that. So the play's going to start up, and because the linebackers are reading these O-linemen to see if they might be going out for a jailbreak screen, we see the Packers linebackers, like this guy right here, getting ready to defend a screen pass. And then these two linebackers are looking at the fact that Jordan Love is rolling out this way. They're not expecting a pass across the formation. They're not expecting a pass to the other side of the field, because Jordan Love, think about the angle he would have to take. As a right-handed quarterback, he would have to really turn his body to try and make that throw to over here. You're not expecting him to do that, even though he is a very strong arm quarterback. You're just not expecting it. So you have Stephon Gilmore running away from where Musgrave is going to run. Musgrave is going to be wide open right here, by the way. You see Stephon Gilmore running away from where Musgrave is going to be. You see this cornerback locked onto him. These two are pretty clearly in man-to-man, right? I like to think that the problem here is that this linebacker over here fell for the jailbreak screen, or the fake jailbreak screen, and that's why Musgrave gets so wide open. That's really what it looks like here. But it very easily could be on number 14 right here. Kind of hard to tell. But the point is, the smoke and mirrors of the Green Bay Packers is what allowed Musgrave to get so wide open. Because, I mean, look at this, right? In the NFL, you don't see that. In the NFL, you don't see that. Now, again, not every team can run a play like this, because not every team can trust their quarterback to make a throw like this, even though it's to a wide open receiver. Not many teams can trust their quarterback to make that throw with someone like Micah Parsons in your face. But the Packers can, and they take advantage of it, man. That's why they score this touchdown. Wide open touchdown for Musgrave. He has to adapt to the ball a little bit underthrown, but still, the point is, Love got it there, and that's really difficult to do when you have someone like Micah Parsons in your face. Now, this play right here, pretty simple. Just watch Dontavian Wicks, man. Just watch. The route he runs here is spectacular, right? It gets to a point where this pretty much just becomes man-to-man, right? And what Dontavian Wicks does at the top of this route, oh my goodness. let me rewind that a little bit. As he closes the gap between him and the cornerback, something that all the great receivers, that's one of the goals as a route runner. You're trying to close the gap between you and the defender, because when you're closer to the opposing defender, that gives the defender less time to recover. And every second, every little split nanosecond, every little movement starts to matter so much more the closer you are to the cornerback. So here he is, starting to close that gap, and while closing that gap, he's already starting to do a little bit of his footwork. But then once he reaches the top, oh my goodness. Stephon Gilmore doesn't completely fall to the ground, but you could see Jordan Love is cocking his arm back. He's like, okay, yeah, I know where I got to put this ball. He knows that Dontavian Wicks, as he gets out of this break, he's going to be open. And maybe he won't have the same amount of separation as Musgrave did on that last play. But by NFL standards, by NFL playoff standards, this right here, that's open. That is open, man. There is very little opportunity for Stephon Gilmore to get his hand on that ball and make a play. Very little. And of course, Wicks, he pulls it in. Great ball by Jordan Love, but I want to point out how Jordan Love threw that ball, because when you watch the Packers this year, when you watch Jordan Love this year, one thing you will see him do over and over and over, he is so comfortable just fading away from pressure, leaning back and just fading away from pressure and making a throw. It doesn't affect the throw or the accuracy of the throw at all. He still puts the ball on the money, perfect spot, perfect amount of airtime. You gotta love it by both Jordan Love and Dontavian Wicks right there. And that right there is just the tip of the iceberg, okay? Green Bay had a lot of help from their rushing attack in this game, and I just want to make it clear that the pass catchers, the quarterback play, the schemes, the route combinations, they have all been on point ever since their bye week, even before then, but they've been on fire ever since. Jordan Love has been lighting it up, and I'm super excited to see what this Packers offense looks like a year, 2 years, 3 years down the line. I think that it's very possible that we're looking at one of the up-and-coming offenses in the league right now. In fact, I would say it's extremely likely that this offense is going to develop into one of the top units in the entire NFL. But that's just my take. I hope you all enjoyed. If you want more of my content, check out my page. Subscribe, please. Like it up if you enjoyed. I hope you did enjoy, obviously. And I also have a podcast I've been doing twice every week. That link is in my bio. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you enjoyed watching this. And if you choose to subscribe, continue to watch my content. I think it'll really pay off for all of you. I think the content that I am going to continue putting out should continue to be high caliber. So, yeah, thank you again for watching, and have a nice day.